everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy, Trials and Tribulations, Recipe for Turnabout, Part 13. Now let's talk to Victor right now. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today.
Ha! Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside. They can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal.
Not at all.
Are you listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw the waitress put it in.
Excuse me.
She put some white powder into the young lad's cappuccino.
I hear you.
And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles.
I'm really sorry.
So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you.
Okay, take it easy. Please, Mr. Kudo.
Don't tell me to take it easy, you spiky-haired brat. Take this!
You said you were a craftsman, right?
Heh, the modern world casts lost craftsmen like me aside in droves.
Surely it's not that.
I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of the shoguns. Do you hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one.
Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself.
I wanted to stick my fingers up that trembling old judge's nose and scream right down his ear hole, OBJECTION!
Okay. That. Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. Yeah.
I got a tsunami of frustration inside that's ready to burst out!
If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. Which I do. You know what? I'm gonna suck it up. Oh, God. Guess I better let him talk. So, there's not much call for craftsmen these days, and...
Of course not, you idiot! All I'm good for nowadays is running errands.
Errands?
Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Granddad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I? Some sort of true big beauty handyman?
Well...
Buy some bread, now that I can understand. Buy some bread. Now that I can understand. But what's the point of feeding some sleazy pigeons? Why don't people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home, at the restaurant, I just get in that way, don't I?
I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant? Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Trebion? Did you get asked to run an errand there too?
Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned. Well, what?
So, on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do?
Glad you asked, boy, because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed. And I broke that vase. It all happened so fast I was a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me.
Excusez-moi, you called the police.
Call them yourself, I should have said back. But I didn't think of it at the time.
So, did you end up calling the police?
Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze.
Did you call him on your cell phone?
Heh! Do I look like I have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course.
You went looking for one?
I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened.
Yes, sirree! The owner was at Tribion on his own.
Why didn't you mention this in court? Why didn't you mention this in court this morning?
Well, I would have you given me the chance, but you'll bully me out of the courtroom.
Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You certainly earned your kudos for today.
Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I got more to say. Oh, yes, I remember something else.
Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom.
It's not my fault. You're the ones to blame.
You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. The victim was dead, and Maggey was unconscious. Which leaves that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? Maybe it's certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant.
Ah! Oh, sure! You go ahead and say I was the... Oh, sure! You go ahead and say I was in the way, as usual. I suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead.
We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggey and from Mr. Armstrong. Yeah, let's go ahead and move to there. Let's check to see how Maggey's doing. January 7th, Detention Center Visitors Room.
Oh, Mr. Wright!
Hello, Maggey. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? Maggey, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that doesn't match up with what you remember? Yep, there are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy who saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with a writing on it. Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. He never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn Elg, collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribion. You have no idea what went on at Tribion. No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggey, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much as we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. Things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggey looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Maggey exactly what she knows about old Sadie. Well, I'm gonna give basically... I'm basically gonna do, I know I used to be on a police force, but I'm incarcerated now. I don't pick up much information in here. All I can help you out with now is a menu at Trebion. Hey, come on, Maggey. Don't let your spirits fall. Let me, look here for the kitchen here. January 7th, Trebion Kitchen. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again, but the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? That's a good-ass question here. Anyway, let's go back to the detention center now. I may not get the achievement, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going for 100%. Ugh. It's okay. Oh yeah, I got something you're going to love.
Really? What is it?
A lunchbox just for you. Here.
Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright?
It was Detective Gumshoe.
Who else could make such a nice lunchbox for you?
Detective Gumshoe?
He's really worried about you. Looks like he put a lot of effort into making this too.
I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir.
Hey, come on, Maggey. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them.
Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway,
I hate weenies!
Oh, really?
It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But...
She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste.
But...
I guess so. It's just lost box eating with Maya.
Well, how was it? I hit the spot. I love weenies.
Oh, good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. Yeah, pretty much eaten.
Ah, is that your attorney's badge?
Actually, it's a fake.
Holy smokes, that's it!
Huh?
That's a badge your phony had, Mr. Wright.
You got duped by this?
But it's a completely different color. And what about the fact that it's made of paper?
You said the badge got a tan as well while he was on
He said the badge got a tan as well while he was in Hawaii on business.
I'm beginning to see how my phony was able to gain her trust. Yikes.
I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceeding addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better.
Maggey, there's something on your mind you got to tell us. especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony.
Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Holy smokes, that's him!
Huh?
That's your phony, Mr. Wright. Just look at that ridiculous suntan.
For the record, I'm not sunburned like an overdried tomato, so I don't know how.
He told me he'd been on business trip to Hawaii, and that's where he got that tan.
I'm not hearing this. Let's see.
Mr. Armstrong was very good to me after I was fired from the force. I can't believe someone as nice as him could have anything to do with this.
Well, in the time between the victim being poisoned and the police being called, the only person who was on the scene and had a chance to do anything was Mr. Armstrong. There's no one else there.
Mr. Armstrong wouldn't set me up, would he?
Ah! That's the victim, isn't it? That day was the first time you've seen this man, right?
Yes! I never met or seen him before then. I just happened to be the waitress who served him his coffee, sir. That's all.
It seems like he was a computer programmer.
Really? I'm useless at computers. Completely hopeless.
I don't know any computer programs. Did she mean programmers? Let's go ahead and move to where the victim worked at Blue Screens Incorporated. January 7th, Blue Screens Incorporated.
Wow, this place is so high-tech. You can almost smell electricity in the air.
It's a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know.
Who are you? Oh, hello.
I'm sorry. Access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked.
Wow, what secrets?
Everything you see here is classified. No information can leave this building.
Understood.
Who is this woman? She's like a robot for some kind of whacked educational show.
My name is Lisa Basil. I'm the company director.
Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenelle's?
That's a DMH, right?
Nice try, but it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD.
All my programmers here at Blue Screens Incorporated are supplied with HMDs.
And do you write programs too?
No, I just enjoy wearing this.
They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one.
So, what exactly is this firm's business?
I will try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry, and then deliver optimal operating systems and source-level components to them.
Huh?
You lost me on the corner of analyze and management.
It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right?
The software we produce are distributed on CDs.
CDs?
Yes, compact disc, digital optical storage media.
Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music.
It's a small firm, but all my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Excuse me, what are you working on right now?
I'm researching the impact of time slices and logical assets shared global varieties. Obviously, programming structure heavily influence response time performances, the code-independent variables, and methods over memory.
Ugh.
God damn it, it's too fast to read. God fucking damn it. But, oh well, it's okay. Basically... Okay. So, basically what it means is... Okay. So here's the program. I'm researching the impact of time slice in common areas and multi-threaded code on logical access to shared global variables. Obviously, the program structure heavily influences response time and performance, so the co-independent of global variables and memory overheads is vitally important to the success of the execution. Yep. Just reading a little tiny bit of the transcript that I have open. Just a little bit.
Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all that?
Yeah? Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. Alright. We're going to continue this next time. So, in the next part, we're going to continue talking to Lisa. And this has been Agent Fluffy, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.